Hey friends, Emily D'Angelo here, also known as PH Healthy Girl, with the fabulous TLB bringing you the balancing act of life. Now we're getting into 2018 and I'm always talking to you about being balanced and being pH healthy and low acid and alkaline. And I wanted to share with you in this episode about vitamins, minerals, the green drink that I drink every morning and share with my family, giving them love and sending them out into the world with wonderful things, having their body producing oxygen, good cells, red cells, taking care of the body, blood, muscles, organs, skin, bones, and it's really achieved by giving your body all of the right things: vitamins, minerals, nutrients, oxygen. Now, there's always a controversy. Let's just open up the bottle and take a couple of vitamins and we're good for the day. Well, there's a lot of controversy about that, and for good reason, because you get vitamins and minerals from their best source, which is whole foods. And honestly, this is what I do every morning with my son. Now, I might not have exactly everything in every day, but for the most part, what you're seeing today is what we put in our drink. So, let me start you off with, and as we go along, I got a little bit of a cheat sheet here, because I will tell you, I don't know everything that's in and what its benefits. So I have a cheat sheet here, because I want to make this episode really something that you can refer back to, and I'm hoping that our excellent editor, Luca, is able to maybe take the two sheets and have them as an attachment. Don't even know if we're that advanced to do something like that, but however, you can always email us and we will send you whatever you need. So I'm going to follow the list, but basically, I try to keep all my vegetables together. Now, there's a lot of people that really have a problem. You know, Mindy, our oil girl, she really wanted to do this. However, she was just like, Emma, I can't do the drink. Now, my mother drinks it. My son drinks it with no problem. But there's just some out there that won't. They have a problem because it's just not sweet enough. So Mindy's now puts banana in it, a whole banana, half a banana, whatever it is, to taste, and it just takes care of it. So although Dr. Wayne and I agree, do not like to mix them because of your digestive issues, if this is the way you have to get it in, go ahead. It's not that bad. So just want to put that out there. So kale. Kale is what we're going to start with. I don't measure out or anything like that. Some days I'll put a little more of this, a little less of that. Not a big thing. Get it in there. So I'm going to start off with kale. Of course, it's organic. And we try to do everything, local. One of our local natural markets, we have a really good new farm up and coming, and they're getting in with the local community and with just getting out there into the local markets as well as the smaller markets, and we appreciate them. So let me tell you a little bit about kale with my cheat sheet here, as I take a nice handful of it and put that in as number one. So kale is a great, and I know this, anti-inflammatory food. It's also good for the cardiovascular system, good support. However, and again, with the vitamins and minerals, people need to realize that just one of these a day bangs and just gives you what you need. I'm not saying just drink one of these and then go out to Burger King, McDonald's and all that, and they have much better menu. You're getting better with their menus. So if you're there and you're eating better, then kudos. I don't mean to put anybody down. This is my opinion, my preferences on life, that I'm hoping that some of them you'll adopt. Okay, is that done? Disclaimer there. Woo woo. Again, vitamin K you'll find in kale. K for kale. Can remember that. Vitamin C, vitamin A. Magnesium, copper, which is one of the harder minerals to get. a B6 fiber, calcium, potassium, and vitamin E. These are a lot of really good things that you usually take one tablet, this tablet, and it's really just not a good source. This is B1, omega-3, folate. Another thing that everybody thinks you can, get in other sources. Again, you can get it here. So that's just some to name a few and what it does. The next on the list, and I'm following at this, usually I'm just picking through my thing here, opening it up and throwing all my stuff in. So I'm a little bit more controlled today on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. We got a new spinach here, so we're going to be opening it up and it's going to be a little loud. But you know what's good about that? We know it kept it fresh and sealed for its journey here. Because a lot of times you want to buy local, and for the main fact is because of the transportation. By the time it gets here, sometimes it's not as good as it could have been if it was local picked. And our friend Bob, as you've seen him on our episodes, he's he's out there maybe on a smaller scale, but he's getting some people that supply with him all local grown, which gets them even better nutrients because they're getting it locally. So spinach, another good source of vitamin K, vitamin A, magnesium, folate, magnesium, iron, copper, B12, B6, calcium, potassium, and vitamin C. And of course, both of them are a very good source of fiber, which keeps the system going really well. So I'm going to put a handful of this in. Get that in there. Now, you're all going to say, oh God, you use that Nutribullet. Well, I do in a smaller capacity. Today, I have everybody home. I'm going to make a real big one. But you can do these in smaller. I'm just putting it all in here so you can see it. It's a good visual. And then I can take care of everybody. And I like these type of blenders that have like the small lawnmower kind of motor to go to them, because it grinds them up real good without all a heavy friction and heat. Although you will get some heat, low density heat on this, and you really don't want that. You want everything in the good, in the raw. But we got to get it grinded up, so got to take the good with the bad with some things. But it's not a high intensity heat at all. So that's our spinach, and let's talk a little bit more about that. Recent study found that a bowl of spinach every day increases muscle efficiency. I didn't know that one. That's a new one. And a lot of this stuff is backed by, by science, by researchers, scientists. So, those of you who are like, oh, I'm only backing up in science. Well, that's it. Many of these people have discovered all this by science, but everybody wants an instant pill, and that's what you get for taking an instant pill. You're not getting what you think you're getting, and you're not getting it in a form that your body really needs it. And that is why aches and pains and, being tired and low energy and all that develop. That's why, because you're not taking that 15, 20 minutes a day, several times a day, to just, learn what professionals, athletes, celebrities, stars, and people who want the best out of themselves, they do that for themselves. And guess what? It takes you just as long to make other things. So this episode is not to beat you up, but it's to let you know you can change your things and stop beating yourself up and just do it. It really, now I sound like a Nike commercial. Just do it. It's the truth, though. Now I kind of understand the commercial. Spinach boosts eye health and has strong anti-aging properties. That must be why I look so good. No comments, everybody. Also, may reduce, and of course they say may, reduce the risk of skin cancer. And vegetables such as spinach, silver beet are linked to reduction of skin cancer, particularly among those with previous history of the disease. So, and a lot of people back from the time where we didn't have the lotions with all the SPFs, they're suffering for it now 20, 30 years later. So these kind of things are good if you're watching this to pass it on to somebody. I'm sorry I'm reading from this because I know a lot of this off the top of my head, but I'm going in such an order and I really don't want to miss things. I want this episode to just really be jam-packed full. So again, I'm going to read from this just so I don't miss anything, and I'm providing you with the best that I can provide you. So we have that there, and again, we're going in order because normally I just go through my green bags here, which are full of beautiful things, and I keep the green bags because they really save the fruits and vegetables a lot longer than just keeping them in a regular compartments alone. And there's a couple other things I've been researching that are looking fabulous that I'll share with you later. Maybe I'm going to do like my 2018 gadget episode. I don't know. We'll see. But on my healthystore.com, I'll be having them there too. And we're probably going to be doing some things with TLB TV. So I took out the tomatoes, but they're not in the order here. I'm supposed to be going for the carrots. So let me dig here and get the carrots. Yeah, and they actually make the big bags for the carrots as well. I love them. So carrots. Now everybody knows that they're good for your eyes. Look at Bugs Bunny, he can see in the dark. Vitamin A, vitamin K, biotin, vitamin 6, vitamin, oh God, they're rich in the beta carotene, which is, what do they say? It converts to vitamin A in the body, which is another good thing. There's a lot of vitamins and things out there that you are hard to come by. So doing the vegetables, it really is just such a good source of them. So we got our carrots now, and I'm going to just keep stacking over here. If you hear this big thump, it's because I've been stacking stuff. Now, carrots I also buy in a multi-pack. They come in like white, purple, and they got different tastes. Like the orange ones, I find that they're much sweeter. Okay, so what else? These definitely aid in digestion. I know that. I've had experience with it, and was having such an issue, probably from eating so many vegetables with different bloating, and that's what I thought anyway. And then I ended up finding out later through trying to ignore the fact that although I didn't have a celiac disease, I definitely was having a high problem tolerance with gluten. And it's actually, my weight didn't go down, but all of this slimmed up and went down. And a rash that I've had for a long time seems to be diminishing, although it will take time. So that was another good thing that I learned out of it. And I actually feel better, more focused, and there is controversy out there about wheat, but I don't think it's the wheat itself. Again, my opinion. I think it's the processing of things, and then what happens with the gluten, and now it's affecting our bodies in such a negative way that their scientists are tracing it back to possible autism issues, dementia, Alzheimer's. And unfortunately, you're seeing things so much on the rise that you have to say, hey, there's definitely linked to that. But we're not going to go down that road right now. So let me finish up with the carrots. Did I miss anything? Of course, it promotes the healthy skin, digestion. I said that already. And actually increases saliva and supply essential minerals, vitamins, and enzymes that aid in the digestion. So, and that's an important thing. Sometimes things combined give a whole other benefit. And that's just the way it was planned to do. We're supposed to stay with what we were given from the beginning, But again, a whole other episode there. So we're at the carrots. Now what I have next on the list are mushrooms. I eat a lot of the white mushrooms. However, there's so many different benefits from each and every one of them. But the white mushrooms are, I guess, what I can get a lot of. Now, one neat thing about these guys, unless they are activated by heat, all their nutrients inside are not that beneficial. So you're better off cooking these, not frying them up, but just you can steam them up or saute them, and that's where you're going to get most of the benefits. So normally I put these at the bottom so they get that friction going, and then they let out their minerals and all their benefits. But unfortunately right now they're top, but since I'm drinking this, I'm going to put them down at the bottom there so I can get those benefits. So let's go back a little bit. If you're going to use mushrooms, put them at the bottom so they can get the heat and the friction so they can release all the powerful, beautiful, vitamins, minerals, and all the benefits to their body that they give. Let me read a little bit more on there in case I'm missing anything. Obviously dietary, they actually have some protein too, and at the end of this I'm going to talk a little bit about vegetable protein versus animal protein and get into the ins and out of that. Folate, iron, zinc, magnesium. I don't know if I say it right. Magnesium, two different things. And they're a very good source of copper and selenium. Okay, that was one I didn't know. Turn the page. Now the other we have, Christ, a variety of mushrooms out there, and again, they all give different benefits. But I think for the most part, they're really good with your vitamin B's 1 and 2, niacin, potassium, and zinc. And I know there's actually, I guess they're called scouts. You can go out in the woods in like a couple hour, 2-3 hour adventure where they bring you out into the woods and show you all the different varieties of mushrooms growing and their benefits and how you can, take them in without destroying them and bring them home. I don't know if I have this right or not, but I think Oprah is one of the ones that have somebody that goes out and does that so she can have these special ones that really bring a different benefit. I guess maybe she's lacking. Again, don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but that was what brought my attention to that. And they have these scouts to go out, and you can go out in a group and just go out into the woods, and that does so much just, for calming, but to learn something. And I'm huge on that. Learn something new, balance yourself, be with your family, and balance everything. And that comes with that too. So let me think what else they have here. I think we covered it all for the mushrooms. But again, it's really to your liking too. Some people don't like, I guess, the texture of different mushrooms. So you have to find one that you can go with and you like the taste of. Again, we're going to go in order that I have here. If we can get the paper to stand up. It's about to have a paper airplane. Whoosh, and then I'm going to wing it. But I don't want to wing it right now. Oh! Need a break, guys. Hold on 1 second. Now, next on the list is cucumbers. And, a lot of this stuff you can still get. In season, out the season, So, I find finding vegetables isn't as hard as finding fruits here in the Northeast. So I cut up everything as much as possible because there's, although these have a great motor, if I don't need to put it under stress, why would I do that? So here's our cucumbers. I cut them up. My son loves these sliced too. So when I cut them up, I'll put them aside for his lunch or for a snack. And these two are a great source of, I'm running out of room, vitamin K, potassium, magnesium, vitamin C, biotin, vitamin B, and apparently these are also really good for your nails. And I'm really trying to grow mine back after the season of digging and all that, and I really just wasn't taking care of them. My cousin gave me some good advice over the holidays, so I've been trying that, and it's been working. But they really do grow fast, so I don't know if that, with the hair too, it might, but I noticed that my nails are harder, and they grow pretty quick, so maybe that has to do with the cucumbers, not sure. So we have them in there, and I'm hoping I have avocado left. Okay, good, I do. Now, avocado is used as a fat. You can, and I use this on toast. I use it in many other things and replace the butter. It really has a great consistency and a great flavor, but it's a great fat. So I have a little left in this one. Let me scoop this out, and I'm gonna cut open another one. And then these little guys offer more potassium than bananas. So that's another, I bet you didn't know that. Needed to toss that one there. So I think I'm definitely going to cut another one, because with all this today, gotta equal out the fat that we're putting in, equal out the fat with everything else we're putting in there. And these are healthy fat, guys, healthy heart fat that you got going on here. Let me just scoop. They're known to lower cholesterol, which is another good thing. You know, a lot of people that you know that are on heart medications and things like that, they should be eating these. They're just everything you need from Whole Foods as far as I'm concerned. And loaded with fiber, that's another attribute. If I'm using that word right. So, it doesn't look right. They're also, I think they have over 20-25 minerals and vitamins. I'm not going to break every one down for you. That's what Google's for. Throwing this out, be right back. Let me think what else. Let me cheat here too. Huh? Guess what? I covered almost everything there. Good for me. And let's see what's next on the list. Move this over here. Celery. I like celery. I like to take celery during the day, put it in a really good hummus. And I'll make my hummus either with chickpeas or the gazamba beans, whichever one you like. I don't even know if I sound that right too. PH Healthy Girls. Not great on these pronunciation thingies. Give me a second here. Cutting up the celery. Celery, great fiber, vitamin K. Now, you can use just to start. You can also put in, you know, the leaves. The leaves have their own benefits. My kitty cat Sweeney's here, wondering when he's going to get some droplets, but this isn't what he wants droplets of. He's more of a meat guy. Vitamin B6, vitamin C, calcium. Yeah, I like celery. I really do. I like it more with celery, carrots, dipping, and God, a lot of times when I make the soups, like if I just do a regular broth, I'm always putting in the celery, carrots, and onion. I for some reason just really like that as well. Let me see what else I might be missing. Okay, I think I covered like the vitamins and minerals, but lower inflammation, which is a wonderful thing, and benefit for weight loss, helps reduce bloating, helps with digestion. So all these things, I have to tell you, together, it's like a superwoman drink, in my opinion. Let me move that over there, guys, and I'm trying to follow the suit here. Celery benefits. Prevents liver health. Boosts digestion, reduces bloating. I had said that. Urinary tract infection for women. It's a great thing to be juicing the celery, maybe just alone. And different types of cancer it helps and protects from. So that's a great thing to learn more about on celery. Next up is tomatoes, and I know a lot of people say that tomatoes are like the number one. So here we are. We're going to add them in as well. They have vitamin C, biotin. I like the little ones. I guess they're the cherry tomatoes, and what else do they call grape tomatoes? Obviously, just because of their size and their shape. All right. Tomatoes are linked to many health benefits. I think it's heart, cancer risk, so many things, And I like the taste of them. I'm really one for, I eat a lot of non-dairy. Once in a while we'll have cheese that's organic, no antibiotics. But I really like it sliced thin, inside with not a lot of cheese. I don't like it. And on toast, a nice grilled with soup. And I seem to, it's heavy and hearty. I think that's why I like it the most. All right, so we got the tomatoes in there. beta carotene, copper, there's a couple other things that I don't think I said. And these are the big ones that I use for the slicing. And I'm going to go into, before I go into the other, I'm kind of mixing around here, but I'm huge with wheatgrass. And it does not contain gluten, guys. And you can actually get wheatgrass shots now that they make, and then they put them in ice cubes that you can put and add to your drinks. So I put that in there too. And wheatgrass, wow, I mean, I can't tell you enough about that. Potassium, vitamin A, vitamin K, and obviously fiber. I think maybe that's why my cats all the time are out there trying to get some grass in to get their stomach and their digestive system if they're not feeling like, I know dogs used to do it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen my cats out there doing it as well. Copper, magnesium, I'm sorry guys, I'm really messy here. Niacin, that's another thing. And I'm running out of room. So I think I overachieved talking to everybody today. Wheatgrass is also a source of protein. We're going to get into the animal, vegetable versus protein. Helps skin, weight loss, for being sick, for the immune system. I don't know what's going on with me today. Increases the red blood cells. Stimulates circulation, improves digestion. I think I already said that. And it's really good, and inflammation for arthritis and things of that sort. Now, one thing I will say that I hear a lot when I go in for my checkups is my hemoglobin count is really good, and that has something to do with the oxygen and all that. And greens and vegetables are a really good source of getting oxygen into the body. So that's what I kind of contribute that to. And because I do this every day, again, that's what I contribute to it. All right, so guys, I'm going to take a second before this does fall and you're laughing at me to put this just back in here a little bit. That's my Virgo in me. I have to be organized. It's a wacky thing. Everybody's got something, right? So the next thing up is, I know I skipped from it, so I do apologize. The pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. I add these in usually at the end. That's why I skipped from the wheatgrass over to here. Pumpkin seeds are a good source of magnesium, copper. They're also good, huge source of zinc and iron. I have a mix up in here because I also leave them in here and I use them as a treat, and I find that they're very filling. So I put a handful of these in. They reduce inflammation as well because they're antioxidants, and they help your cells from harmful free radicals. If you put them in a jar like this, make sure they're tight because you don't want the air getting into anything. I like to add them in. They're also a source of protein. Believe it or not, these little guys have so much. Sunflower seeds too are their own. They have vitamin B1, let me read this, and vitamin E. Another good source of copper. B6, folate, and niacin. Promotes cardiovascular health. Great source of magnesium. Supports a healthy mood. So I guess sometimes if you're feeling down or you're feeling tired or whatever, and I really believe like rosemary, when I smell it, it boosts my mood. It makes me just feel better. I think it's the same thing with like a pumpkin seed and a sunflower seed mix. I've experienced that. So again, those little guys, and you can taste them in there. They give a nice little taste. And I think that's where I'm going with this, everybody. Now, as Dr. Wayne will tell you, vegetable protein together, certain fruits together and things like that. So this is one mix that I put together. And I put a nice big scoop of, and again, I don't get paid for any of these. Maybe I will do an affiliate sooner or later, but right now I don't. I love this vanilla powder. It's a protein powder. It has 20 grams per serving. It's rich in iron, omega-3s. I love it for that because you need these things for your skin, for the insides. Also has a probiotic in it. I use a separate probiotic for my tummy and everything, and I just have a great time going poop. Comes right out, no problem, good. Don't be laughing too hard, everybody. This fiber that it has in here is with chicory root. Now, they also have chia in this, monk fruit. They use it for smoothies, shakes, the whole thing. I know that there's a lot of controversy, or not controversy, about animal and vegetable. And really what it is your vegetable proteins do not give certain amino acids. However, it's been shown by scientists that having the vegetables, like I'm having them here, really give you the essential amino acids. So again, they might not give you everything, but they give you the essential ones that are important. So having your protein source from vegetables are great, and having it, and on top of it with a flavor with the vanilla, really makes this taste a lot better for people who don't like just a vegetable taste. What I also add, it has other protein sources, and I've shown this on my PH Healthy Facebook. I did a little, I think a live video with it. And this has no sugar, more calcium than milk, and also has protein. And it's called Ripple. You can see it. This actually has a chocolate to it as well, and I've heard it's good. So I'll pour this in there too. And I add my almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. But I also use Avion water, and the reason that I use Avion water, not just because of the minerals and everything, but from Worldwide Report, it is one of the ones that worldly it's been used. And I'm going to read exactly, and I agree with it. I really like the taste of it. I do think it's a better quality water. My opinion, there's so much controversy about it. World Health Organization standards for drinking water quality, which states that water should have 200 to 400 dissolved solids, a pH near 7.0, and calcium. They're saying that this is the one that meets the world standards. So there you go, everybody. That's why. And what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to mix this all up so you can see it when it's done and how I get it smooth.
Due to due to technical difficulty, they, I don't know what happened, to tell you the truth, guys. I had everything on the stand. It looked like it was recording. And unfortunately, my mother and my son both gave their opinions, which were good, of the finishing product. And I'm sorry you didn't get to see that, because it was endearing and it was truth, because I've had them doing this for a while. And I guess sometimes in my head I think I'm just pushing them, but it was good to hear that it wasn't push. My mother seems to believe that it's really made her feel better. Her doctor's reports are better. And my son, no acne, never out from school from being sick, and he enjoys eating it. In fact, he makes them in the morning too. So I'm really sorry I wasn't able to bring that to you. I don't know what happened. So I do apologize due to technical difficulty. That's all I can say. I thank you for watching Balancing Active Life. I hope you enjoy this and you take a minute to take care of yourself and your family and review what I've said and just take action and take care of yourself. So this is Emily D'Angelo, PH Healthy Gal, over and out. Thank you, TLB TV.